Okay, Miss Holden, what I'm going to do, what I propose to do later on today is I'm going to make an incision just along here. And then I'm going to make another one along the top here. And I'm going to pull out some of the liposuction. You're eating again. Chewing gum, please. Put the chewing gum in my hand, thank you. I'm then going to make another insertion just along your nose. And I'm going to take the skin from behind your ear over here. And I'm going to sew it down there. Totally painless. And it will be worth it. You'll look brilliant afterwards, okay? All you have to do now is say, roll titles. Roll titles. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Jeremy, who is here on camera tonight. Jeremy has not been with us for a few weeks, and he is, at the moment, probably Britain's second most famous cameraman, or maybe third, and we'll talk about that. Excuse me, we'll talk about that later on. Tonight, Waylon discovers plastic surgery. And if you look in the back of a lot of female magazines, I suppose there's some in male magazines as well, there are lots of advertisements for plastic surgery. And I wonder if you at home tonight in the wee small hours have ever considered, in those private moments, having something tucked or taken out or something like that. Well, some of my guests tonight have actually done it. Meet, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, Cindy Jackson. Cindy, why have you got that knife stuck through your head?
Because everybody always says I'm always under the knife. It was a gift.
Yes, hang on, I'm just going to do that again, all right? When you wake up, audience, okay? By the way, ladies and gentlemen at home, this is the audience, best we could do tonight, okay? This is the audience. I'm going to say that line to Cindy again and you laugh, okay? We'll try it that way, okay? Right, here, ready? This is how we do it. Cindy, why have you got that knife stuck through your head?
Because everyone always says I'm under the knife.
Good. Okay, now, Cindy, this is also you. This is a Cindy doll. And take that off your head, please. I can't interview you seriously like that. You've had plastic surgery to make you look exactly like the Cindy doll. Can we get this on shot? Can we see if this is, hang on, move that out of the way. There, it is similar. It is similar. That's a useless shot, Mansfield, if you don't mind me saying so. What? Look, can we get the both of them together? Can we go to camera 3, is that jump? That's it, there we are, look. Very, very similar. You see that? Very nice, there. Now, I'm just trying to work, yes, you do. Everything's the same, is it? Everything's the same. Yes, Cindy, you can talk now. Yes,
everything's the same, isn't it?
Yeah. So why like the Cindy doll?
Well, because the Cindy doll isn't just the way I wanted to look. It's the way a lot of women want to look. It's a combination of all the most desirable features and for women in the modern Western world. But
you see, this is you before here. I mean, this is fanciful anyway. I mean, I don't think. Again, I'm sort of. Can we get in there? Yes, there we are. This is you before here. The other one, this one here. And you're very attractive.
No, not really. Come on. I mean, fanciful. Depends on your taste.
Well, yes. I mean, you are attractive to certain people.
Exactly, and those weren't the people I wanted to attract.
Oh, I see. So you're attracted to certain other people. I see. Right. How many operations have you had?
I've had 18 actual procedures. They weren't all full-scale operations. Some of them were things like chemical peels, collagen injections, tiny little things like that, you know, lips being turned inside out and stitched down, whereas a whole facelift is more like an operation, or a breast augmentation is an operation.
So you're not really, I mean, when you're lying in the bath or standing in the shower looking at your body, I mean, do you think, my golly,
no, I think this is
somebody else's body?
No, it's mine. I paid for it. It was very expensive.
How much did it cost?
It cost me almost £30,000.
£30,000?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't go out to cheap restaurants on dates and things like that, do you?
I have to economize in other ways now, yes, I do.
Are you happy with your social life? Because presumably you did this for social awareness, so that maybe people, not unlike Jeremy, but other people would ask you out.
Not really, no. I didn't do it to attract men or a social life in that sense. I wanted to attract people who were more, I don't know, maybe I didn't want to attract people so much as not attract the, I can't really explain it.
But has it worked?
Has it worked? Yes, it has worked.
Yes.
But I'm not getting the sort of negative attention. I'm not looked at as the girl with the big nose, or the girl with the baggy eyes, or just the invisible woman. And women who aren't good looking are invisible. I'm getting the attention of someone who is there and is not regarded as someone who's not good looking.
Are you married?
No, I'm not.
Are you hoping to be?
Well, if circumstances dictate, yes, at some point I wouldn't mind. I mean, I'm not gay or anything.
No, I didn't think for one moment that you were. This is some of you, isn't it? Can you talk me through this a bit? Can we?
Yeah.
Let's have a look here.
This is my second nose job. I had two because the first one wasn't to specification.
Yeah.
This is a temporal face.
Did you have to pay for the second one, or is it like taking something back you weren't happy with?
I didn't. I didn't go to the same surgeon, so yes, I did have to pay again because of the first surgeon who did my nose. Well, if the first surgeon didn't do it right the first time, what made me think he would do it right the second or third or fourth time? So I paid again to go elsewhere. This happens to a lot of people.
Okay, go on.
You have to
Give me a few more.
This is a temporal lift where my face was cut and stitched from the end of the ear up to the high in the temporal scalp to lift the nasolabial fold lines that I had here and under eye bagginess.
You say those words so beautifully. You know, that's really nice. Yes, yes.
You learn them after a while. This is, again, the same. This is a lower eye revision combined with a temporal lift. This is a temporal lift again.
You look awful there.
Yeah, well, thank you. No pain, no gain, right? And sometimes you have to look worse before you can look better.
Yeah.
This is a chemical peel. This is the eye lift above and below.
Somebody smacked you, it looks like. I mean, whack.
Well, no, they smacked me with a huge bill, but no. This is the first nose job. And this is when I had my upper lip turned inside out and stitched down.
Can I have a look at that in real? Can we have a look?
Sure.
Can I feel that?
Sure.
Can I just? I mean, I can't touch it really. You're right in there, Jeremy, are you? Yeah. Can I just have a? It won't come off, will it, in my hands?
If it does, I'll send you the bill.
I'm sorry about the garlic. Honestly, can I just have a? Ooh, ooh.
No, it's stitched down. It'll look perfectly normal.
It does.
Yeah.
You can't, even when you were being kissed, you couldn't sort of, there's nothing, no.
Well,
no. Great. It's brilliant. Look here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Donna Dawson, and Donna is an agony aunt, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Okay, what are you doing that with? A very limp sort of Ian. Can you stop that, please? I don't like floor managers who have miserable faces most of the time. Sorry. I'm sorry, Donna, welcome to the programme.
Thanks.
Now, Donna, why in all these women's magazines are there so many advertisements for having bits done? I mean, if you all look like Cindy, that's great. But I mean, look, I have to tell you, look at that. Okay, this was sent to us, by the way, from the Harley Medical Group.
Well, that's the after, you know. The other one's the before.
No. Oh, yes, that's the after, and that was the before, yes. So it...
I wouldn't waste my money on this. I would have gone to the gym.
You would have gone to the gym?
Off. Yeah, weight training will get it down.
But Cindy wasn't bad anyway.
Well, yeah, the thing is that...
She was great.
Cindy didn't think she was attractive on the inside. This is the problem. It's really based on how you see yourself. Why we do it? Well, we live in a society where we no longer need to work towards survival, but instead looking good, looking younger has replaced that. And we're preoccupied with the way we look. The media constantly bombards us, particularly women, with images of big-busted, slim-hipped, pouty-lipped women. They just beam out at us from televisions, from magazines, from movies, and they subtly implicate that a woman that hits 30 and is on the downhill slide is not going to keep her man. So no wonder women get desperate and want to keep from aging. And
but it's not only women, I have to tell you.
It's men, but
it's men. Look,
it's men.
You see, it's men. I mean, this is what people expect. People expect men to not too much of that, but people expect men to look like that, and you know, none of us do. Well, not many of us do.
Well, men are catching up, but 85% of cosmetic surgery patients are still women. Yeah.
Would you have tried to talk Cindy out of it if she'd come to you, if she'd written to you? Would you have tried to talk her out of it?
Yes. Because there's a lot of disadvantages to it. I mean, no pain, no gain. What she hasn't told you is the risk of general anesthesia, the sorts of side effects you can get with different procedures, what happens when it goes wrong.
What can happen when it goes wrong?
All sorts of things. Well, there's always scarring,
don't
right?
you worry about
Surgeons try to put the scars in the natural tissue folds so you don't see them, but there can be bad scarring, there can be compromised circulation, post-op bleeding where you have to be rushed back. And Well, she's been lucky. She's sort of known where to go.
Most people who have cosmetic surgery are lucky. It's the most singular, most successful surgery, type of operation and surgery that you have.
Wait a minute, hold on now. One of the latest American surveys have shown 50% of breast implants had to come out because they were rejected. Now, come on, tell the truth about yours.
I had mine out.
Yours are out. Well, yours are in there on top, but...
I've got mine.
Hers
are out. Hers are
Can we have a
out.
look at...
I had mine removed, but I still use them to put them in...
For padding.
Inside my... So I still do have them.
Have you got both of them in there?
Sure, yeah.
And why did you just... Yeah, no, I just...
Just goes to show you what a failure it is.
Paperweights.
Yeah, but you look fine like that. I mean, why did you do...
Well, because I'm just kind of... I have them, so why not use them?
Yeah, I agree. These are what you actually get put inside.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just...
Against your chest wall.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And these go in your body?
They do.
Because I'd never actually... I mean, they're just... It's funny. It's... Jeremy, we couldn't bring Ulrika here tonight, but just... It's actually... It's... What now?
Corpse me.
Have I? Oh, good. Good. It's just... It is... I mean, I don't know whether you've ever felt anything like this. Have you had a breast implant in your hand?
Well, not recently.
You haven't? Well, I mean, you look like the sort of guy who's been around the world a few times. Just get in. Tell me...
Well, it's not really like the real thing, is it?
Well, no, but I mean, it's strange, isn't it?
It's very, very peculiar.
Yes, very, very strange. In a moment, if you're lucky, sit down. I'll come when I think you're okay. Did you want to feel this? Just from a woman's point of view. Could you have that in your body?
No.
You
It feels
couldn't.
greasy, doesn't it? Because there's bits of silicone that leak off of that and go into your body and float around. And this is what they're worried about, apart from the fact they go hard as rocks. That's why they're having them out now. What's the point of doing it? Why can't we learn to live with our own breasts, for goodness sakes?
I mean, your breasts are fine, Cindy.
Oh, thank you.
And
I think they're fine, too.
Yeah, we like your breasts. And, you know, they're shouting at me to move on to the competitions. I don't want people to get the idea this is totally sexist, because we're going to talk about this later. This is a man, and we'll show you what happened to him. And we've got another guy coming on with... so it isn't only women, it's guys as well. But for the moment, Cindy and Donna, thank you very much indeed. Lovely.
Okay.
Whoa, yeah! Ian, you are supposed to get the audience in the right place, OK? And I won't talk to you again. I'll just, you know, Jerry Hayes is standing there waiting to take your job as we speak. Competition winners from a couple of weeks ago. Which camera should we do this on? We do this one on this one over here on 3? Yes, OK, why not? Jenny Peel from Leeds is off to body adornment. In the body adornment programme, we gave a holiday for 2 people to go to Mallorca, and Jenny Peel of Leeds wins that, so well done to you. Now, this week, and don't forget, the phone lines are open until midnight on Sunday. Maybe you and I could go. We could go somewhere. Acapulco, that's where we should go. What do you think?
I'd love to.
You would, wouldn't you?
Can I come and supervise?
You could, but we'll all 3 of us go, because that'll be, yes, Ian knows about those. Anyway, this week's competition, you could have a holiday for 2 people for 1 week in Ibiza. And remember, it has to be taken after the 20th of September, which is not a bad thing, because it's going to be a lot less busy then. All you have to do is phone 0891 900 007 and tell me which animal is traditionally stuffed and brought home by British tourists. Which, I'll do that, yeah. Which animal is traditionally stuffed and brought home by British tourists? Is it haggis, anteater, or donkey? I think that's funny anyway. OK, so get dialing 0891 900 007, and it's open until midnight on Sunday. Well done. OK, now, live music tonight, and we bring you another debut on the show. This is Anita Carmichael and Lying in the Sun.
Sometimes I get tangled up, I get strangled by gonna find me there. I've been brought up to work myself, but I'm never gonna make a grade. I'm always struggling down below, grasping in the shade. When a basic kind of woman is all I want to be. I take a love from you, my friend, and giving naturally. Yes, I think I found the way. Keep on moving on. Say goodbye to all of that. Lie out in the sun. Yeah. You're gonna find me there. Oh, lying in the sun. Glass of wine and the radio on. Like a something on the run. And I'm lying in the sun. Yeah. Now I think I found the way. Keep on moving on. Say goodbye to all of that. Lie out in the sun.
Anita Carmichael and Lying in the Sun. Terrific. We'll be back in a few moments after the break when I've sorted him out. Don't forget, if you want to enter the competition, all you have to do is ring this number coming up on the screen. And 0891 900 007. And which is the animal Britons love to get stuffed and bring back off holiday with them? A donkey, an anteater, or a haggis? We're back in a couple of moments. Cindy has her doll, as you know. OK, there's Cindy's doll. And this is a doll of me. Welcome back. Here we are, Whale On tonight. OK, welcome my next guest, Mr. Anthony Arian. Ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Now, a lot of people say that plastic surgery, obviously very necessary surgery, but quite often for beautifying bodies is perhaps a waste of surgical time.
I don't think that's true, because people in the past, you know, who had a bump and so on, they used to go to psychiatrists and they used to spend millions of pounds going to be treated under psychiatrists. Now, a 20-minute or half-an-hour operation cures the problem.
Really?
Yep.
What sort of operation can you have for sort of 20 minutes or half an hour?
Eye operations take about, you know, half an hour to 3/4 of an hour, and it helps a lot of problems, not just eyes, but in general, cosmetic surgery.
Have you had yours done?
Not yet. When I'm ready, I'll have it.
You will?
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, they always say that doctors and nurses make the worst patients. I mean, do you know who you choose to do it yet?
Probably that will be my problem, huh? I know too much. I know too much.
It looks very... I've got these photographs I showed earlier. These are before and after here. This is I wonder if we can get in here and have a look at this. The top one, obviously, is the wrinkles on the head.
Yeah.
Have been removed.
Yeah.
Does that take a lot? What do you do? Sort of peel the skin back and stretch it, or?
This is actually difficult to do. Whoever done that has done a good job. They're quite difficult to eradicate lines. Mm-hmm. There are lots of things one can do, of course. Peeling is one of them, filling them up, polyfillers, lifting them. There are quite a few things you can do.
Do you enjoy it? Are you like an artist? I mean, when you look at somebody and then you work on them and think, whoa, I can improve this.
I think it is like an artist, and if you know my hobby, I do woodwork. I would do wood turning. This is true.
Yeah?
Yes, and sculpting, and you have to look at somebody. you have to, I think people have to understand that cosmetic surgery is a serious thing. And as the lady was saying, that there are risks of surgery, this is true. And I think one has to choose the patients. Out of, say, 10 patients, I probably take on 2 or 3 to operate on. The other 7 doesn't necessarily mean they are mad, but they mean that they're not suitable for surgery.
So you won't necessarily operate on somebody if they want you to operate on them?
No! You go to prison if you do. You can't do that.
So, I mean, Cindy's had a lot of work done on her. Would you necessarily have been prepared to carry out all that work?
No,
Almost
Cindy is a
rebuilt.
beautiful lady, and I think it depends how far she wants to stretch herself. I didn't think she needed. I didn't think she needed 18 operations to make her look, and I'm sure just a few would have achieved the same result. But Cindy, you know, wanted to go to a certain point. Everybody has got a hang-up about something, whether they're born with bags under their eyes or whatever. This is something you're born with. If a woman has got no breasts, everybody is laughing about breast augmentation. It's one of the most successful operations we do. If women will understand that, if they're born with no breasts, they hate it. They can't wear a T-shirt without a bra, they can't go out, they can't wear a low thingy, and it's all right to poo-poo it, but it produces a lot of psychological things.
So what about men? What's the main thing that men get?
Men are on the increase. It used to be 1 to, as the lady said, 90% used to be women. Now it's on the increase.
Okay.
Vanity is for everybody.
We're going to come back and talk to Claudio sitting next to you in a few moments, but for the moment, Anthony, thank you very much indeed. Now, come over here. By the way, this is the address here. If you want to write to the programme, if you want to come and be in the audience, if you want to appear on the programme and do a turn, then this is the address to write to. If you want to impersonate an MP or anything like that, you can do that by writing to Whale On, Mike Mansfield TV, 5 to 7 Carnaby Street, London. OK, let's talk to, ladies and gentlemen, the Honourable Member for Harlow, Mr. Jerry Hayes. I suppose...
Watch it.
I wish you wouldn't bring your fan club into the studio. It does so annoy me.
God bless
So, anyway, do you have a nice holiday?
Oh, lovely. Went to Mallorca, and if Jenny, I think it's Jenny who won, if she wants to ring, well, not ring me up, but if she wants to write, I'll tell her where the best and cheapest restaurants are.
Really?
Yeah.
How come you can afford to go to, while the rest of us are sort of...
Oh, get away.
You know, some of us don't even get a chance to go on holiday. I mean, do you get free holidays as well? MPs get free train travel. You don't get free holidays.
No, free.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to ask me about plastic surgery. You know, when I
know you thought I was going to ask you that, and I thought, why the hell should I ask you something
Well,
you've been working up a funny little response
It's not
to?
a funny little response. It's absolutely true. I had to go and speak to a load of American plastic surgeons on the National Health Service, you see. And I had to follow a paper on penis reconstruction. So I rather foolishly said, just to warn everyone, you know, that's a hard act to follow. I didn't think it was very funny. Neither does the audience. All right, OK, don't ask me about plastic surgery.
Excuse me, there's a guy who's making a lot of noise just up here in the audience. You stay there for a few moments. Hi, and these are some of our friends who came in from outside, and as you know...
Actually, I'm really a good fan of him.
I know you're a good fan of him.
Yeah,
I know you're good,
really.
but he is the nearest thing at the moment.
I forgot my T-shirt, fan T-shirt.
You want a T-shirt for him? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Okay.
like to have
What's your
one.
name?
Shark.
Chuck.
Yeah.
And you sleep rough outside the studios.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
You don't, do
You
you?
don't. No, this is.
You don't.
I do,
Excuse
yeah,
me.
well,
honestly.
Excuse me, because I'm going to come and give you a bollocking in a
Oh, all
moment.
right,
Yes,
okay.
okay, right.
And then
So,
what
and some
place?
of your friends here sort of sleep rough in Carnaby Street as well.
Yeah, that's right.
And a pal of yours died the other day?
Yeah, sure.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
But you don't look upset about it, or, I mean, I thought he was a good friend of yours.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah?
sure.
Are you still going to sleep on the street?
Yeah, every time.
Can you not find anywhere else to sleep?
If you want to give me hospitality, that's right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, no, Jerry's going to do that,
I'll tell you where
actually,
you can
later.
go. Honestly,
You know, I just thought I would bring a little...
I'll see you later.
Yeah, it's
fine. Okay.
not quite. But
You need, hang on, you need 4 places to sleep.
Yeah, 4 places.
Hey, can I just ask, because you're Italian, are you? Or?
Yeah.
You're Italian, okay.
Yeah.
And you're Italian?
Yeah.
And you're Italian? And you're Italian?
Yeah.
And you're not? No. Me? Oh, I'm English, me. I got the finesse of an Englishman, right? Yeah.
that's a sonic hatred.
So, I mean, because we're all in the EC, you can come and be homeless over here as you can be homeless in Italy.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
But if you go back to Italy, do you have somewhere to live or not?
Maybe.
So why are you roughing it over here?
Why I'm roughing in Italy too?
Sorry. In
Just
here.
because we like it.
Okay, I'll come. Why'd you... You'll come over here, will you? Can you get over there, in there, or not? Okay. This lady over here, in the yellowy top. That'll do. So why over here? Why not in Italy? Why, if you can't find somewhere to live over here?
Why here? Why not in Italy? Why not here?
No, I'm just saying if you can't find somewhere to live here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a citizen of the world. Everywhere is the same.
I know, Michael. I know. Listen, Michael, if you want to come down here, listen,
I
for
think
goodness
it's the
sake, I'm having
same.
trouble
Just
here.
in my town and your house is the same,
Just a moment. Can we move to the lady next to you and talk to the lady next to you? Why do you stay over here?
Because I like it.
You like it over here?
Yeah.
Okay. It's just I thought, and quite right too, I thought maybe, you should be aware of this, that people sort of...
In fact, there's a very good place.
Thank you, we're over here now.
James, there's a very, very good place, and any young people who are having to sleep rust, not doing it by choice, but having to sleep rust, there's a good place called Centre Point, which is just around the corner, which is a fantastic operation. In fact, you had the people from that organisation on the programme a few weeks ago. I went to see it about 3 weeks ago, and it is remarkably good.
Yeah. Okay. Right, you're going to check that out for us, aren't you?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
About plastic, nothing more about plastic?
No, I think your penis joke was enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Jerry Hayes! Okay. Claudio is over here. Claudio has had how many operations?
Oh, just one.
Oh, you've only just had one?
Yeah,
I thought you were going to have hundreds.
No.
I wonder
not
whether...
yet.
Should we... Have you told Anthony...
Yes,
you told him
I met him before, yeah.
Oh, I was going to play a game. I was going to get him to sort of see if he could tell you. Well, tell me, Anthony, what's he had done?
Well, I sussed it out. I mean, it's not difficult.
It's not? Well, I can't. I mean, can anybody see what... Let's have a look at Claudio close up there. What have you had done?
I used to have big bags.
You had big
bags?
bags?
The eyes, and the nose, a small, quite a big ball here, the nose. So my brother-in-law is a plastic surgeon in Brazil, and he said, oh, Claudio, are you quite courageous to do that? I said, yes, why not? So I've done it.
And there's there's no scar, nothing like that.
Yes,
you can't even see
even in the eyes,
inside.
nah? The nose, no, because they're just in the eyes, you cannot see at all. It's nice, it was well done.
There's a new operation now for the eyes. We do it from the inside.
Yeah.
So you don't have scars at all.
So do you pull the eye out or pull the...
No. The eye is protected. And
Yes.
You don't see a scar. It's quite a good operation. Sure.
And would you have some more or not?
Yes, later.
You might have some more
why
later.
not? Yes.
What do you
but I
have?
think I've done, first of all, because it was my brother-in-law, so I didn't pay or I didn't search for one plastic surgeon. So my brother-in-law said, well, are you just going to pay for the anesthetic? And I said, well, in that case, why not?
Well, fine.
It really depends what bugs you. Everybody has got a hang of about something, and as you know, gravity is against us, and everything is going south. So when the time is right, people want to do things, they go ahead and do them.
And in my country, in Brazil, it's quite famous, plastic surgery, so everybody does it, and there are thousands of plastic surgeons. So in Brazil and America, there are more
We're just
famous
beginning
places.
to get it over here, then,
Well,
you
I
think?
think
Yeah.
Okay. And so do you, I mean, when you meet people, I mean, I'm trying to keep my face away from you, see, Anthony, because I'm sure you're looking at me and saying, well, God, we could fix his eyes, we could do something with his wrinkles. I mean, do you see and decide?
No, you take a break when you finish work, don't you? I take a break when I finish work.
Good, good. I'm glad about that. I feel better. Thank you very much indeed. Anthony and Claudio, ladies and gentlemen. Now, more music from Anita Carmichael, and a song she wrote specially for me, Jamie.
Sweet Jamie, don't be angry with me. No, no, 'cause this girl loves you helplessly. Sweet Jamie, just look and you'll see that things are nice and easy. Wait a little while, it's sure to get breezy again. Yeah, Jamie, Jamie, Jamie. Sweet Jamie, you're so mad with the world. I see that even though I'm just an Essex girl. Well, oh, Jamie, just look and you'll see that things are nice and easy. Wait a little while, it's sure to get breezy again. Jamie, Jamie. Well, Jamie, I'm still thinking for you, you know. Jamie, I'm still hoping for you, 'cause you got so much where others haven't a clue. Jamie, Jamie, don't be a fool. Sweet Jamie, smoke still coming out your ears. Hard-hearted as protection for so many years. Well, oh Jamie, just look and you'll see that things are nice and easy. Wait a little while, it's sure to get breezy again. Yeah, yeah, Jamie, Jamie, Jamie. Jamie, Jamie, don't be a fool. Ooh, no, I love you. Oh, oh. Yeah, sweet Jamie, don't be angry with me. No, no. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. No, 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 no.
Whoa! Anita Carmichael and Jamie. It's great, very sophisticated. Nice, I like that. And as everybody rushes around, I'll tell you about the competition, and then we'll take the break, and then we'll be back with a most exciting final part of the programme, so don't go away. Holiday for two, for 1 week in Ibiza can be yours if you can tell me which animal is traditionally stuffed and brought home by British tourists. Is it A, a donkey, B, an anteater, or C, a haggis? Ring that number. 0891 900 007, and you can ring it until midnight on Sunday. Thank you, welcome. Right. Welcome back. I'm going to slap him in a few minutes. Mansfield's in a funny mood tonight, so we're going to have to move on best we can. He is, isn't he, really? Shall we go straight to it?
Why not?
I've put the viewers' questions amongst the crew tonight. Well, we've been training them at it all day, but I think we'll start off with one of our artists over here. So, could we have your question, please, sir?
Can you explain how the Criminal Injuries Board operates and what kind of injuries do they compensate for?
Well, they'll compensate for any injury that is caused at the hands of a criminal. And providing the amount of damages you would get would exceed £500 in a court of law, then you'll get that money almost, you could say, the sky's the limit. They do pay out some very, very vast sums. In fact, I spoke to one of their commissioners, and I think they pay up to £900,000. What you do, if you are injured by a criminal, go and see a solicitor, get him to obtain a claim form from the Criminal Injuries Compensation Board, fill it in and send it off for you. You will then have to wait possibly a year or more whilst it is being processed. But as long as you cooperate, your doctors cooperate, you'll have no problems.
Okay. But actually, I think there is another thing to that, isn't there? That if you... sorry, I just happen to have a little experience of this.
Yes.
But if you've been to court, and if you were awarded only something like £200 damages, they wouldn't consider that it was worth your while going to the Criminal Injuries Board unless you've been awarded over £1,000
no,
by the court.
Actually, what you've got to have is a potential claim for more than £500. Doesn't matter what damages are awarded. Say, for example, you go to a magistrate's court for an assault and they award £200, but a lawyer tells you you would normally get about 1,000 or more through the courts. You could still make a claim, but if the criminal paid you the 200, it comes off the money you get from the criminal injury.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
Right, Ian, I see you holding a question over there. Can we get a shot over here?
Is Ian the cameraman?
No, Jeremy's the cameraman. Ian's the most miserable-looking man on television over here, ladies and gentlemen. Which one of you... Is Jeremy's on camera there? Which one of you want to do it?
This is actually Jeremy's question, but I'll read it because he's busy. Technically, is the use of a personal stereo... In stereo, Jeremy. If the use of a personal stereo did affect a person's hearing, could they sue the manufacturer?
I think the answer is probably not. You'd have to show that the manufacturer had been negligent in the manufacture of the particular item and that it was actually something that was could be anticipated. We do have a principle in English law that if somebody has what's called an eggshell skull, which means a very thin skull, and you injure them, you're liable for damages. So one could say that a claim could be made, but I think in practice it's very unlikely. I think that they should, in fact, ban people from using them anyway. They drive me mad on the tube.
What? Do they?
Oh, they drive you mad. When you hear... What I do is I sit opposite them and sing to them.
What, that would... And you don't think that upsets people?
Yep. No.
Liz, who is in charge of making us look as... the nearest thing we have to a resident plastic surgeon, when I think about it.
Well, she could turn me into Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah. If I had plastic surgery and it went wrong, would I be able to sue, and on what grounds?
You can always sue any doctor if he is negligent in carrying out the work that he is asked to do for you. Negligence means a breach of duty of care. The law says he owes you a particular level of care, but in the case of doctors, if they are using their skills to the best of their ability and things do go wrong, I would say that you could probably not get damages. But you must see a solicitor if ever anything goes wrong, and you must get that solicitor to consider making a claim on your behalf. You can apply for legal aid, but unfortunately the eligibility for legal aid now is very, very low. OK, if you have a question for Jerry. Gary.
Or Gary. Or anybody else you want to write to.
Call me Humpty.
Or Humpty. Then you can write to us at the usual address, 5 to 7 Carnaby Street, Whale on TV, Mike Mansfield Television, 5 to 7 Carnaby Street. That was dyslexic, the way I gave that address. OK, and maybe we'll get him doing some more cooking, because that was very popular. Hang on, just before we go back and do something else. Over here is Glenn Wilson, who's a psychologist. Glenn, come with me here. Nice to see you. Shake your hand, I won't hold your hand. Now, Glenn, over the past couple of weeks, are we getting a good shot here? Are we in... hang on, let's do it this way. OK. Over the last couple of weeks, there's been stories in the newspaper about certain lady presenters getting attracted to cameramen, and you wrote a piece, which I noticed in the paper, which said that there was a reason for this, really.
Well, just look at them. They're real macho men. Sweaty armpits, hairy chests and things. Not the sort of guys that would eat quiche or have cosmetic surgery.
No, not at all. Not at all. Can I just borrow that? Could I just borrow your camera, Jeremy? Because I want to... now, can we go... Thank you, Jeremy. Can we get a shot over here? This is... Let's have a look. There's Jeremy. OK. Now this is Jeremy. What about come over over here?
Well,
Glenn.
look at it. Dreamy bedroom eyes, Romanesque nose. Now I'll tell you what really turns women on is a compact bum.
Is it?
In designer jeans. They love that. Yes. All the surveys of what women like in men focus on that particular part of the anatomy.
Yeah. Very good. OK. Let's go over here. Let's. Jeremy, come with us and guide me. Introduce me to your colleagues today. Where's one over here? Can we?
Mark Jerome.
Yes?
Mark Jerome.
OK, Mark. Mark, could you come round over this way, Mark, please? Not that way, Mark. Can't see a thing over here.
Hung like the proverbial donkey.
Never mind about that. Never mind about that. So, Mark, he looks the sort that might be attracted to certain game show hostesses as well, doesn't he?
Oh, definitely.
About the bum.
Yeah,
Mark,
I see.
Can you see your bum, please? It is designer.
This is wallet in the back.
Yeah, I see. Very good. And we've got two of them there as well. Yes, two of them there. Yes. Very good indeed. So basically, Jeremy, here, this is very heavy. I wouldn't want to have that, really.
I know.
You know, I'll stick to the microphone and you have the... Good. Okay. So, Glenn, really, basically, they've got to be very careful. And
I think so, and that's the other part of it. They wield these mighty phallic symbols,
They are phallic, aren't they?
focus on women. Yes, so it drives the women crazy to have a man paying that much attention to them.
I'd like to see us having more female camera people, actually. We don't seem to have a lot of female camera operators. So I wonder why
That's
that
true.
is.
Well, it's pretty heavy equipment, as you can see, and I think technocrats are typically males.
Yeah. Okay. Good, Glenn, thank you very much indeed. Nice talking to you, and it's been a pleasure. And, guys, I think you were all very good. Glenn Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. Good. Are you going to... Is there anything, my friend, you ever wanted done or not?
Well, I've had it done.
No, you
I
haven't.
started off very, very slim.
Yeah.
And I had lipo imposition rather than liposuction. It's called Chinese food.
Okay. Let's talk some more about plastic surgery, and let's... Oh, before we do anything, Cindy's very keen. We can show this photograph, can't we? Yes. Okay. Cindy's very keen that I show you... Find out, Jeremy, you've got the bird in the... This is Cindy and Joan Rivers.
Right. Who's had more plastic surgery?
Who's had more plastic surgery? You or Joan Rivers? Has Joan Rivers had a lot?
Yeah, she's had more than me.
Really?
Well...
I thought that was impossible, really, to have...
No, well, it is. She's had more of the same, more lifting done.
Yeah.
She has a facelift every couple of years, she says.
What I want to know, really, is, from Anthony, I must ask this question. I want to know, really, if, when Cindy gets a little older, she's going to have to come back and have more done. I mean, has she started a roller coaster that's never going to end?
It's not because of the surgery, it's just aging is aging. She will still age, but she'll still look good when she's...
60,
yeah,
70?
Sure.
Really?
You can't stop aging, can you?
But it doesn't age you differently, that's what I'm trying to say.
No.
Yeah?
It just gives you a different point of reference.
That's
I'm
it.
starting to age from this point rather than the point where most people age.
Now, you see, Donna's always shaking her head. Donna's obviously been just a little bit against this, aren't you, Donna? Slightly.
Well, I wouldn't, far be it from me to take away anybody's free will to decide what they're going to do about their imperfections, but I think you ought to be aware of what your expectations are and what you're going to get back from it, what you hope it'll do for you in terms of your looks. If you think it's going to change your life or make you into a movie star, forget it. I mean, actually, cosmetic surgery is rigged. It only works best for the fair-skinned and the people who look good to begin with and who have good genes. You can't make an ugly person beautiful. You can't make a person look that much younger. You can get a better version of yourself. And I think if people realize that, they're not going to rush off and think that it's going to be the answer to their problems.
Anthony, I mean, is this true? Can you only get a better version of what you already are?
There are people who qualify who can get better results, but this doesn't, I don't agree with that, because everybody's problem is relative. You know, you can't just say because he's black or white or whatever, they're going to have inferior results. That's not true.
No, I didn't say inferior results. I'm talking about the woman who thinks she's going to get her husband back because he's been
Oh, no. These are people we turned down at the beginning. Yeah. That's what I mentioned initially, that we counsel these people. But I'm talking people who have got the deformity, if you call it a deformity, and they don't like it, and they're suitable mentally and physically, they've been counseled properly, they had the information, they've gone to the right surgeon, and all these points.
Tony, not everybody's as scrupulous as you. There's an awful lot of guys out there trying to make money out of, you know, women who are vulnerable, who go and say, look, I'm not happy with this, I'm not happy with that. We'll fix it. I mean, come on, it's a money-making business.
It is a money-making business, but let me tell you that there are a lot of good guys out there, and I think if somebody survived for 10 years, I think patients have to be very careful. First of all, they have to suss out the chap. Is he doing it all the time, or he's just dabbling with it?
Do you do anything on the National Health Service or not, Anthony?
Not anymore, no.
But if somebody came to you, they had no money, they really had a terrible sort of, I don't know, nose, or and they were really depressed, would you do it for them?
Yes, very much so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, very much.
Cindy, we talked about your face. What you had, and your boobs you had done.
Yes,
Did you have anything lower than the waist done, or not?
Yes, I've had liposuction from my waist
Well,
to my knees.
I'm not being rude. Could you stand up? Because, I mean,
Sure.
I mean...
If I've had liposuction from here to here,
well,
and from here to here.
Well, yes, I see.
All along the front.
Is the skin, I mean, is it saggy now or not?
Oh, no, it's very tight.
It's very tight?
Yes.
Will it get saggier as you get older?
You have, no, I do work out now. But if you're, say, over 45 or 50 and you have a liposuction, at that point, yes, the skin can sag because it doesn't adhere to the underlying muscle structure.
And a lot of men are having liposuction.
We
liposuction.
say lipo, you say
we
lipo.
say lipo. You say tomato, but we never, you know, anyway. Let me ask some of my friends out here in the audience whether anybody, I mean, they all look too young, actually, tonight. And we won't ask the back row, because some of them are sort of having, I don't know, I'm asleep anyway. Anybody, would you ever fancy plastic surgery or not? Come on, I mean, would you think, you don't need it, but I mean, would you ever, nor did Cindy, I didn't think. What did you think? What? Come on, spit it out. Ask you a simple question. For goodness sake, you must have an answer. Would you like to have it done or not?
Sorry, I'm French.
Would you like to have the plastic surgery done to you?
No.
See, I speak perfect French over here. What about this guy here?
I would consider having my ears and my nose done.
You're serious about that?
Yeah, well, I'm not happy with the shape of my nose, but I think that I have to wait for quite a few years.
But you would have it done. Would it actually, Anthony, would a nose job like that, I mean, it's not a bad nose, would that be difficult to do or easy to do?
It's the bump here on the top.
It shouldn't be difficult, no.
Needs smoothing on the top.
Is it expensive?
No, about £2,000.
About £2,000. Well, that's it. But this is your mum here.
Yeah,
this is your mother here, I mean, have you had yours done?
No, mine is my own.
Yours is your own. So he inherited
his father's side.
Is he really? Yeah. Yes. Would you? I mean, would you if he came and said, "I want to have this done," Ma? What would you think?
I think it's rather manly for a man to have a sort of biggish nose.
I do. I mean, it's him. He would change
I think
it.
I'll grow old gracefully, apparently.
You think you'll grow old because she's not going to pay for it anyway?
You know, that's the very bump that Laurence Olivier was told he had to have in his nose, so he used to put it in every night with makeup.
No, well, a lot of people can do all sorts of things with
weak
makeup.
otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah. What about the ears? You fancy the ears being what? Prince Charles wanted that, didn't he?
Yes, back a bit.
Yeah. Can you do that? That can be done as well?
It's a common operation.
Is it?
With tape.
What? What do you do for that?
You pin them back. You do an incision.
Yeah.
Well, it's not quite like that. It's quite, but it's a fairly common operation on men and women.
Because people are very conscious of their ears, aren't they?
We call them open taxi doors.
Open taxi door? Well, that's nasty. I really think that is quite nasty. What about this guy here? What about you, sir? Nice to see you wearing glasses. I do wish more people would wear glasses.
Thank you.
Yeah. Would you ever have any plastic surgery? Do you fancy that or not?
No.
Not at all?
No.
I mean, would you, if you, like me, have got totally odd ears, I've got totally odd ears and you have as well.
Thanks, James.
And people, if somebody said that to you more often than I've just said it to you now, do you think you'd ever fancy having something changed or not?
No, I don't think so. No, I'd stay the way I am, thanks.
Okay, great. Thanks
With
very
all
much
ears.
indeed. Listen, I think you look great. Will you come back next week and appear on the show in some way?
I'd love to.
Fantastic. Good. I'm glad about that. Okay, that's marvellous. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have it for the audience. Okay. I'd like to thank all my guests on the show tonight on plastic surgery. Donna Dawson and Anthony... how do you pronounce your second name?
Arian.
Arian. Anthony Arian. And Claudio over here as well, but most of all because she... I mean, just wonderful. Just look in the camera over there. This is Cindy, and I mean...
Don't forget to mention my network.
Oh, and she has a network. If you want to get into... If you're having or thinking of having plastic surgery done, Cindy now runs the plastic surgery...
The Cosmetic Surgery Network.
The Cosmetic Surgery Network. And if you need to get some sort of advice from Cindy, if you write to us here at MMTV, we will actually let you know what her address is and put you in touch and all that sort of thing. But that's a serious side of it. And of course, people write in and want dates with and things like that. Those letters will not get through.
Oh, please.
No.
You won't give me those letters?
No, I will just look after you myself. Next week is a very important programme. Next week we're going to do our tribute to Tony Blackburn. And I mean, it's a whole hour's programme here. With Tony will be here, and we've got Alan Freeman's coming in. We've got all sorts of exciting people, and got some great music for you as well. That's next week, plus a competition to win. But I think for now, if I just, can you unplug your microphone? Sure. And take that off? You don't mind. We've got a minute or so left on the show, and Donna and Anthony, and Claudia, would you deal with that? No, you stay there, because I thought what we could do is we could go down the road for a drink. You don't mind, do you? Would you like to take my arm? Because I really wanted to be seen leaving the building, and there will be all sorts of exciting people outside waiting to take our photograph. Is that okay, Jeremy? Would you like to go first, or shall I go first, Jeremy? I'll go first. Okay, and we could just sort of take a... I wonder... I never managed to open this door. We can take a wander this way. My dressing room is downstairs, actually. But I think, no, we'll go outside, shall we? I think we'll go this way. I think we'll go this... Jeremy! What? I say Jeremy! What? Get out of it, Jeremy! That's it!